There is a core of physical skills one must master to become a competent armed citizen. If I had to boil the list of foundational physical skills down to 10, that would probably be pretty much this list. Let's talk about that. Here's your armed citizen meme of the week. Screen cap it, crop it, and send it to everyone you know.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Now, let's get on with the content. I found a teaser video from Tactical Hyve that talked about but didn't explain or show 10 marksmanship standards. I had to do some poking around on their website, and in the end, I found them. The link is in the notes below. Their 10 standards consisted of 4 rifle-only skills, 4 pistol-only skills, and 2 combination rifle and pistol skills. I would surmise the course instructors at Tactical Hyve put each student through these skills at the start of a class to get an idea of their skill level. Then at the end of the class, they probably put them through the skills again so the students can see and understand how much they have improved given the skills that the teachers taught them. I don't talk a lot about rifles on this channel for the sole reason I try to concentrate on what you and I need for going about armed in polite society. Pistols are defensive firearms. They are not that powerful, but in moments of a crisis, a pistol is better than nothing. Shotguns are close-range weapons that deliver devastating amounts of damage, yet they are still aimed, pun intended, towards defensive firepower. A person arms themselves with a rifle when they go out actively looking for trouble or are 99% sure that trouble will find them. The third option is they have no other firearms available. And like with every other cadre of skills, these are not the be-all and end-all. These are some of the foundational skills an armed citizen should have a basic mastery of, because every other skill out there builds upon these foundational skills. These skills are the crawl phase of crawl, walk, run, fly. You should be able to perform these drills as quickly, smoothly, and easily as you do breathing or walking. The TAC-Hyve document, the Tactical Hyve webpage that has these skills, has them sectioned by beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Beginner and intermediate are measured at 5 yards, the advanced at 7 yards. The time standards are also tougher as you progress. Some targets are a 3x5 card, others a 4-inch circle, or a USPSA torso A zone. The webpage on Tactical Hyve that documents these skills is sectioned by beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Beginner and intermediate are at 5 yards, the advanced at 7 yards. The time standards are obviously also tougher as you progress. Some targets are a 3x5 card, a 4-inch circle, or a USPSA torso A zone. The webpage details the target and time standards for each drill. Let's talk about the drills themselves. We'll worry about the time standards later. The pistol drills are a draw and fire, a 1 reload 1 slide lock reload, A pistol now, which is a 15-round mag dump, which leads to a slide lock reload, and then you fire one more, which tests how well your grip can hold together over many rounds. And last but not least, an El Presidente. Rifles has fire from low ready, fire from high ready, one R1 slide lock reload, and an El Presidente. The two combination drills are a simple transition from rifle to pistol, then a more complicated check drill where you slide lock your rifle, transition to pistol to finish your adversary, then keeping the pistol at ready, check and see what your rifle malfunction is, reholster your pistol, clear the rifle issue, and fire one round. Because I haven't covered this in a while, let me cover how I approach any new skill I am learning. I start out with one run of the drill at full standards to see how well I do. There are no fail times on these tactical Hyve drills. If you accomplish the drill, no matter how long you took, you're at beginner. Accomplish the drill in a given time range, you're intermediate. If you accomplish the drill faster than the intermediate time standard, you get to move back 2 yards and try again. If you still do it faster than intermediate, then you get to be an expert at it. If you don't pass the drill, work on your accuracy first, then meeting the time standard, then the range requirements. With these drills being only at 5 or 7 yards, distance shouldn't be an issue. You can still go closer if you want. With the rifle, getting closer actually makes it worse, as we have to take into consideration the height over bore issue with our sights. Tactical Hyve does have a higher marksmanship scoring standard, though. Most instructors allow line breakers or target hits that are only partially in the target zone to count, sometimes even just the lead ring or that gray circle around the bullet hole. As I understand it, for Tactical Hyve, line breakers are fails. Any out is all out, I guess you can say.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying the content so far. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, please let me know by hitting that like button. When you do that, it helps get this content to others and inspires me to keep producing content. While we're clicking on things, hit that subscribe button to help grow this channel and turn on notifications so you know when one of my new videos shows up. I appreciate all comments, so please tell me if you think I'm spot on or way off. If you really like this video, hit share and post it on your social media. Okay, back to me.
As a practical aside, I want to talk about the high ready skill. This is what SEALs do while they are in a boat. The reason is, if you are at low ready and have an accidental or negligent discharge on land, it goes into the ground and hopefully not into your foot. If you have an accidental or negligent discharge during low ready on a boat, you just put a hole in the bottom of your boat. Worse yet, if it's a rigid inflatable, you have either pierced and lost your primary means of buoyancy, or way more likely, the bullet will ricochet because those air bladders are at high pressure and the bladders are made of Kevlar, which means you'll get a ricochet and you'll wound yourself or another person in the boat as well. If your stupid ass puts a hole in your only boat in the middle of the ocean, your ass better be ready to jump into the water with some duct tape and patch it from the outside, because patches don't work well from the inside. And you can't make a second hole to let the water out either.
Wait a minute! I'll fix this! What's the idea of doing that? I made another hole so the water can go out.
You also physically block a section of your vision when you're at high ready, since your rifle is not invisible. Now, at high ready, if you have an accidental or negligent discharge on the water, the bullet has a less than 1% chance of landing on a friendly. If you have an accidental or negligent discharge during high ready on the land, the chance of landing on a friendly or causing other damage is a lot higher. Now that I've put all this out here, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I have decided to check my competency with these skills. This morning, when I came out to my garage to record this, without any practice on these skills beyond what I normally do, I shot all of these drills. I printed out a sheet that had the targets and particulars for each drill, but not the time standards, so I didn't know what I'm aiming for. I did the drills as quickly as I could, so I got what I got, and here's how I scored it. For my pistol drills, I scored an intermediate on the draw and shoot and the one reload one. I got an intermediate for pistol now, and I did this using my cool fire because this skill tests for how well your grip holds up during a mag dump. I was off the expert level by less than a second. For the LPRES, well, I got a 10.6 time. However, I dropped 2 Charlies. This would have failed Tactical Hyve's standards. My raw hit factor was 5.28, so I'm getting closer to getting over that perfect hit factor of 6 for that drill. In summary, I scored 3 intermediates and a failed intermediate because I dropped some shots. For the rifle drills, I suck at high ready, but not too bad. You have to get under 1.5 seconds to get intermediate, and I got a 1.56. The low ready and the one reload one, I easily hit expert. The LPRES, I sucked again. Not only did I score in the beginner category at over 12 seconds, I dropped 2 Charlies and a Delta. Lastly, for the transition drills, I scored intermediate on both of them. I would like to improve these scores as they are both close to beginner. However, I have bigger fish to fry. Try these skill tests. See how you do and where you can improve. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day.
If you made it this far, thank you. If you liked this content, please hit the like button to show your support. Help me get the word out by subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to turn notifications on so you know when I post new content. If you think this content would help your friends, the share button helps you get it out to your social media. Comments mean a lot to me, good or bad. Please leave one. All right, go forth and have a most excellent day.